Adversaries.
Bad boys. You make me feel so good. You know you're bad boys. You make me feel so good.
All right, welcome to the show, folks. That's Aubrey Kahn.
Yeah, it's 20. And 21, who knows?
All right. I am Christopher Hart, and you are listening to the American Adversaries 3-hour Sunday evening classic tour coming to you live on FM 105.5 and AM 660. The Answer. Once again, we're coming to you from the Mercury Free Broadcasting Studios. Don't forget, for the very best in Mercury Free dental care, give my dentist, Dr. James E. Hardy, a call at 407-678-3399. Don't forget to ask him about his great book, Mercury Free. I'll be heading on over there early in November to get my regular 6-monther in. So you folks, he's a great dentist. Do take advantage of that. We may be mercury free, but we ain't pizza free tonight. Thanks to Cafe Positano and Aubrey Kahn, we got some good, delicious pizza going here. And what are all these toppings we got on here, Aubrey? I see spinach, olives, peppers,
onions, and mushrooms.
Oh gosh, is it delicious? Woo-wee.
Well, you being such a big meat eater, we had to refrain from eating meat.
Yeah, that's me, all right. All right. If you want to see this pizza that we're eating, you can do it on YouTube. Tell them how there, General Lucas Paris. Please, sir.
Go to YouTube, type in Adversaries TV, and you will find us. You can also find us through Pariscope. Pariscope.
All right, that's he's got the head cam up and running, so you can check us out. And, of course, it's archived there, too, right, the show?
Yes. You can find the entire, well, I guess season we could call this now. You can find it all up there, especially if you just type in Adversaries TV. You'll find the most recent video at the top, and then it just goes down descending order, back days, weeks, soon to be months.
All right. We certainly would like it if you would join General Lucas Paris in the American Adversaries Army. Tell him how easy it was to do that, Lucas. Please, sir.
I went to the website, point, click, add name. If you have a PayPal account, you already can just run it through that really fast, and there you go. And select which plan works best for you. I went General because it's either go big or go home.
There he is. I love that. I love that attitude. We're going to be talking about that attitude a little bit later on in the show. And that website is, of course, AmericanAdversariesRadio.com. And let's see, we got Jeff Sinnis on the bridge tonight.
How you doing?
How you doing? Fresh off another NXT event. Is tonight Hell in a Cell?
I think so. Feels like somebody's falling off the top of a cage tonight, so it must be Hell in a Cell.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Undertaker and Brock Lesnar in a Hell in a Cell match on WWE. All right, so we had our own Hell in a Cell match, if you will, the other day in the House hearings on Benghazi. And we'll be touching on that a little bit tonight, too. And, of course, you can call us at any time during the next 3 hours at 407-774-8255. Carl Jackson will be joining us later on in this hour for his corner, and he's going to be talking about social media-ites.
Oh, God.
All right. So that's my word for it, but my phrase for it. But anyway, he's going to fill us in on that. And then, of course, that same phone number, 407-774-8255, is where you'll be calling us if you want to get in on our Who Said That quote tonight. Got a pretty good one. Has something to do with the attitude that our General Paris was just exhibiting there, going big. Let's go big. Big, 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 big. Let's think like winners, right? All right. So then Sonny's going to join us later on as well. Tonight, I believe it's tonight, she's attending the 50th anniversary of one of the soap operas. It's not The Dumb and the Feckless. It's one of, I think it's All My Children or something like that. Anyway, she's going to fill us in later on live from Los Angeles, California. So, once again, come on and join us. We got a lot to talk about. Donald Trump was in the state yesterday. He's going to actually be in Orlando, and I'm not sure if this is an open to the public event. It's a forum being held at the Contemporary Hotel at Disney World, and pretty much all of the big-name candidates are going to be there, with the exception of Dr. Ben Carson, who evidently will be on his book tour at that time. And coincidentally or not enough, it coincides with our Come Sail Away With Me cruise, believe it or not. This event evidently had been rescheduled. It had been scheduled originally for, I believe, sometime in September. They rescheduled it for November. So November 12th, 13th, and 14th, the candidates will be in town. And on the 13th, the day our cruise is scheduled to leave, you will have Rubio. I believe Jeb was scheduled to speak. We don't know about that. We'll get to that in a minute. And Donald Trump's scheduled to speak also on the 13th. So I may have to go down to the Contemporary and just swim out to the boat, you know. Get a little dinghy and to let them take me out and catch up to the ship. Wait! So anyway, we'll try to work out at least somebody from the American Adversaries to be there so that we can get a first-hand glimpse of things. How about you, Aubrey? You want to go out and see them all?
I have no objections at all. Well, mind you, if Jeb's there, I might have second thoughts.
Well, it looks like Jeb may not be there.
That might be good.
Yesterday, he was at a forum, and I'm not sure where it was. I just caught a couple of clips of it, but he's kind of having a bit of a meltdown.
Right. He's a petulant child.
He was looking at the crowd going, look, I got a lot better things to do than this, basically, is what he said.
Right. Don't let me stop you from leaving, buddy.
I was going to say, don't let the door, as my first boss used to say, don't let the door hit you in the butt on the way out, right? And he was definitely exhibiting a good deal of frustration. Of course, the news broke this week that he's had to cut back on the salaries. He hasn't cut back on the staff, but he has cut back dramatically on the salaries of his campaign staff. He's running up against the same problem that, although not as bad yet, that Rick Perry ran up against. Rick Perry had super PACs that had some money. Right. It wasn't a whole lot of money compared to what, say, Jeb had, or even now has in super PACs. His super PACs are pretty flush with cash.
I would say so, yes.
But the problem is his campaign is not. And his campaign cannot take any money, or is not even supposed to be working in any way whatsoever directly with the super PACs, right? So his campaign is running short on cash. If his campaign runs out of cash, then the super PACs can have all the money they want. He cannot continue. A similar thing happened, by the way, to John McCain 8 years ago, and what John McCain did was he fired a lot of people, and he started riding the bus, and he started carrying his own bags, luggage in the airports, flying coach, and he got, he cut the budget dramatically, got himself back on his feet, and then went on. But Jeb, I don't know if he's going to be doing that.
And he's still lost.
And he still ended up losing, right. It just shows you,
Jeb's cutting his losses.
It just shows you how weak the field was back then.
Right.
And I think part of the problem with Jeb being so frustrated is he thought he was going to be coronated on this side like Hillary's going through on the other side.
Well, they did want to, but... Trump's put a stop to that.
He and Ben Carson definitely have, and they are continuing to put a stop to that. We'll get to some poll numbers here in a second.
But you know what else it tells me?
What's that?
Interns did not want to go work on the Jeb Bush campaign.
He's not an inspiring guy.
No.
And that's what we need right now, inspiration. So there's a handful of them on the Republican side that can do it. And I believe those are the ones who are going to be around at the end. And Aubrey came in here spreading rumors.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and spread it further?
The rumor is that tomorrow, Jeb is pulling out of the race.
Now, where do you happen to know where this rumor originated?
Drudge.
Matt Drudge report, okay? So, it's not a fly-by-night media organization. Drudge usually has some pretty good sources.
I have another rumor from the Patriot Post.
Which is?
And, well, let me quote it. Apparently, it's Sarah Palin. She says, I can see Putin's boot print on Obama's behind from my house.
Oh, my goodness. I think the whole world can see it from wherever they are at. So, the rumors are that Jeb is pretty much he's had it. You know, when he started this thing, he said if he couldn't run, how did he phrase it? Something like, if I can't run a joyful campaign, it's not worth doing, essentially. I know I'm paraphrasing, but that's the thought that he was conveying, and certainly he had frustration all over him yesterday when he sort of melted down and said, I got a lot better things to do than this. Yeah, well, okay, go ahead and do them.
See ya.
In the meantime, Donald Trump is rocking and rolling. He spoke to about 5,000 people last night in Jacksonville, and he rambled on for about an hour and 20 minutes. And he criticized Ben Carson being beholden to super PACs. He criticized basically all of the candidates for being beholden to super PACs. I don't know if he mentioned each and every one by name. I don't recall him mentioning Cruz or Christie or those guys, but he certainly mentioned Rubio and Carson, who are the biggest threat to him right now in the polls. But there's a new CBS poll that came out in Iowa,
and Carson
and Trump are tied. They're in a statistical dead heat in the new CBS News poll. And Trump this morning was on CBS. He was saying, look, he says, at the end of the day, I'm not supposed to win Iowa anyway. He said, so, your poll is probably more accurate, but I'd be, I don't have to win Iowa, is in essence what he was saying.
Right.
And he is still way ahead in New Hampshire and South Carolina and pretty much everywhere else. And he's still ahead here in Florida. And even if Jeb Bush gets out and all of his support goes directly to Marco Rubio, Rubio would still, I believe, be in third place. So he's got a lot of work to do if it's going to be Marco Rubio. And to get back to your point earlier, Aubrey, yeah, the establishment definitely wanted Jeb in.
Mm-hmm. They still do.
Wall Street
does.
Absolutely, yeah. So they're going to be looking for their alternative when he gets out, assuming he is, and he's showing signs of it.
Yep.
All right, we're showing signs of having to take a break. I hear the music, I see the clock, and I feel the pizza ready to go down.
Calling you, huh?
It is.